comedy movies are a very reflective art. For a while, I was obsessed with Stephen Chow's movie. I thought how his movie would be so funny. Later, I thought his movie are very lifelike. Even in costumes, his film language, even a very funny sentence, is as easy to understand as a monkey slang. And his character interpretation of detail is simply confusing. Every time I see it, I can laugh. In fact, compared to the later movie, I like his pre-production spheres more, bold, creative, and hilarious. Hollywood also produced a comedy master like Chaplin's in the silent movie film era. For a while, he often saw his movie from some mainstream media. Also, there's no sound, it is very funny, and many laughs are the kind of laugher. Since movie, I understand what comedy art. Comedy just interprets life from another angle. Maybe he's funny or embarrassed and contradictory, but it's still the most real life. So no matter what kind of comedy is serious, it is built from a serious life. Every action of Chaplin is sincere in his ridicule. Therefore, the characters he plays are credible, and his fate also worth of sympathy. Similarly, the same is true of Stephen Chow's comedy. Weekly treatment of movies is as serious as life. Unlike some comedians who deliberately perform a sense of joy, I feel that it's his serious interpretation of each character that brings a fall of joy. His interpretation of character comes from his observation of every city figure. The person who understands like himself feels like life should be so, and his performance can only be sincere. If Hong Kong's 1980s and 1990s is the peak of the times, then those art methods and production methods can be considered quite mature. Therefore, the comedy script is very rich, and he just lacks a better interpretation, just like me. The comedy that I said before, another interpretation of life. It is a very subtle thing. Different people have different interpretations of him. Hong Kong seems to concede with such a comedian. Another thing in the comedy. This kind of thing is called Joe's Motato. It is, of course, only belongs to Stephen Chow. Comedy has different types and comes in several different levels. The first level is funny and is also the basic composition of comedy movies. It often expresses embarrassment that people encounter in life, and the conflict constitutes a sense of joy. The second level is irony, which breaks down the contradiction of reality and uses extreme language and behavior. People have a sense of pleasure. The third level, the entertainment of thinking and logic. The fourth level, the perfection of contradiction. It puts together contradictory things in life and constitutes of conflicts, but ultimately come to perfections. A series of films are analyzed. We can find that the above four levels are involved in his film, which is the place where his comedy art is profound. Therefore, people of different ages and different classes can find laughter from his movies. The children looks at it and looks at his funny. Man looks at it watching irony and entertainment. The woman looks at it and looks at laughter and consumptions. I really like Hong Kong movies. I have seen all the movies of that era. In the era when the flowers bloomed, Stephen Chow's movie experienced the test of box office. Looking at his movie now, the idea is still ahead. I think that 1 year one leading actor, 100 years one Stephen Chow is the best description for him. The golden age of Hong Kong movie that double Chow and Wan Chen will not return anymore. I really like Hong Kong movies. I hope there's much more better movies coming after the movie series developed.